Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about how to connect the LCD screen, specifically the 1602 LCD screen, to your MicroBit. Now typically in the previous few tutorials we've been using Tinkercad to simulate the use of our MicroBit and get everything done that way. Unfortunately, Tinkercad does have some limits, and one of the limits is that you can't load any extensions to the software, which is unfortunate because we need to have an extension for using the LCD to be able to communicate with it in a relatively easy way. We need to load an extension. So today's tutorial, we're going to use the Microsoft MakerCode interface for programming, and we're actually going to use the actual devices. So we're going to use this LCD. We're going to need our expansion board and a MicroBit and 4 wires with the DuPont connectors on the end. Okay, now let's go ahead and make the connections. What we're going to do is we're going to use the I2C bus, which is a bus that allows us to very easily communicate with several devices. Basically, it's a 2-wire communication protocol. Now, I'm connecting 4 wires here because you also need to provide power and ground to the LCD screen. So, as indicated there, our green wire is going to go to ground. Turn this over, make this easier. Green wire goes to ground. And of course that's not the normal color convention. I just picked 4 random wires off of the ones that come with the kit. Gray goes to SDA. And purple goes to SCL. And in this particular case, purple is pin 19 and gray is pin 20. Now we add our board, and we're pretty much ready to go connection-wise. Now let's go back to the screen, including a schematic here of how to connect everything, because I know that the video is kind of hard to follow. Okay, now the first thing we need to do in order to program our MicroBit to display stuff on the LCD screen, we need to add an extension. And if you look at the extensions that are available, right off the bat, they don't show up. So what we need to do is come up here to our search bar, type LCD, hit enter, and then we'll notice that there's these 2 extensions. Choose this one. It's the easier of the 2. It'll get installed in your programming environment, and it's under MakerBit. And here we've got LCD. These are the added instructions that come with that extension. So the first thing we want to do is connect LCD to our MicroBit, and we'll put that in the forever. We also want to clear our screen, and that's the LED matrix That's on the front of the MicroBit. And then we need to go back to our MicroBit. And let's clear the display as well. Just make sure there's no noise that got into it. Now you'll notice it says connect LCD to I2C address 39. This is the address that's used for this particular LCD. It could also be 63. Those are the two most common addresses that are programmed into this particular device. So start with those two. The I2C bus allows you to connect up to 127 devices to the MicroBit with only the two data wires. Now, oops, we don't want this in our forever bar. We want this on start. So let's take this out of here, put it in there. In the forever bar, let's go ahead and display something. Start with something simple. Let's just show MicroBit. Now we could also store something in a variable, drop it in here. Now the other items that I want to show you here is 1. It says at position 1. These are all the different positions where you can start at on this particular LCD. You'll notice it's 2 rows of 16. So right now, since we're starting at position 1, MicroBit is going to display across here. And then it'll fill the rest of it with blanks because we're telling it what length it is, 16. Then we could come in here and add a pause. Let's say we want to wait for 2 seconds. And then let's clear it. Add another pause so that we can see that it actually cleared. And we're ready to download our program. Now, the unfortunate thing with our adapter board is that it has a power connector here and a programming connector here on the MicroBit. You can program it from the USB or the micro USB that's built into it. You can only power it from the one on the board. You can't program your MicroBit through the board itself. So need to hook up our MicroBit. Let it download. Eject it properly. Disconnect and connect. Now you'll notice, and it's going to be kind of hard to see, I'll put it on the other camera here in a bit so that you can see what's going on here, but it should be flashing off and on. As promised, here's the LCD flashing MicroBit off and on. I know this is a quick little tutorial. I hope it helps you get started with this. You can add another line. You can clear it. You can add graphics to it. Just play with it. Get your kids to play with it. There's a reason why I'm introducing this LCD screen now. Basically, the LED matrix on the MicroBit is just too slow to display stuff, and it's hard to read as the letters scroll by or numbers scroll by. With this, you'll be able to generate data, get a good look at it, even if it's changing quickly. So anyway, like I said, play with it. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, reach out to me.